Hey guys and girls, this is AG2Byte and this is my review of the HP Pavilion X360 for 2018. Now I've been using this for about 2.5 months. I wanted to use this extensively and have more experiments on it. So that's what I did. Welcome to the review. So a quick what's in the box. You get the charging brick, some paperwork, a pen or stylus as you would call it, and the laptop itself. You also get this HP Trendsetter backpack with it, and I don't know if this offer is still up, but I got it, so yeah. Now speaking of the design, this is the best Pavilion design so far. I mean, a few years ago, Pavilion used to be that bulky and old laptop compared to its high-end devices, but this thing is just oof. I mean, look at it. Metal finish, small bezels, chrome plated hinges and speaker grills. They all look very premium and well made. The hinges are stiff considering it's a 2-in-1 device, and the device is overall sturdy. There's a bit of flex though on the screen and on the keyboard dock, but overall I love the build quality on this thing. Now initially I was a bit skeptical about the placement of the rubber feet at the bottom. I thought that with time it might just disappear, but it had held up well, so no complaints with that. One thing to note here is you should not actually slide the computer on a surface because that may lead to the scratches at the back surface of the computer. The port selection is also good. I mean, in 2018 we have seen manufacturers cutting down on ports to make the device thin, but this has a good selection of ports. On the right, there's a charging slot, HDMI port, USB 3.1 Type A, USB Type C, SD card reader followed by the volume controls and a fingerprint scanner. On the left, there is a USB 3.1 Type A, again, headphone jack and a lock. So the port selection is what I would call decent. Now one thing to note here is the Type C on this thing does not support Thunderbolt 3. So that means you are only getting speeds up to 5 gigabit per second on data transfers instead of 10. And it also does not support charging over Type-C. I would have personally loved that this thing charges over Type-C, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Now, the main reason why I titled this video as choose the right one, because of the different configurations available for the same device. Now, you may get away with something less powerful, or you may require something even more badass. This is what I would consider as the moderate specs for like most users. So it has got an Intel Core i5-8250U chip inside, 8 gigs of RAM upgradable up to 12 gigs via SODIMM slots, 1 terabyte of hard drive with 16 GB Intel Optane Memory, 2 gigs NVIDIA MX130 GPU, and a 14-inch 1920 by 1080 display with Intel 802 Wi-Fi. Now the performance. This thing is running the quad-core 8250U chip coupled with 8 gigs of RAM, and I ran the Geekbench 4 on it just in case to see the scores that the core actually provide. Once with the graphics set to Intel UHD and the other time with the graphics set to NVIDIA MX130. And you can see a lot of difference coming into both. Now for comparison, the last generation, that is the Pavilion X360 with 7200U chip, dual core, had much less cores compared to this. Now 8th gen CPUs are really good when it comes to handling multi-core applications, but you also have to have the right application to take advantage of the whole multi-core situation in here. Now I also tried playing some games on it because hey, why not? And I made a separate dedicated video for it. If you would like to watch that, I'll link it below. But the thing is, the left panel, that is the left panel of the base, heats up specifically while playing Fortnite. I didn't notice that heating up while using other applications, but with Fortnite I did notice that, and that's what I'm sharing. Now your mileage for performance may vary depending on your workflow. I use it for applications like Premiere Pro, After Effects, Illustrator and Anaconda Navigator, and it has held up pretty well. And the normal tasks like opening up web browsers and checking Excel documents and stuff, those all work pretty fine. I mean, quad core and Optane actually handles a lot of that stuff very easily, but you're not getting this specific configuration just to do like normal stuff which you would do on a low-end PC. Now the battery on this thing is not particularly great. It is a 41 watt hour battery and HP promises up to 11 hours of battery. I'm getting up to like 4 to 5 hours of battery, which is not even close HP, but the recharge time is actually quick. I didn't measure how much quick, but it is fast.
Wait, you had that for about 2.5 months and still you don't know what is the recharge time?
No, sorry. Now let's talk about the display. I mean, the display is good. It's 1080p, high resolution, great colors, nice brightness. But there is one issue that keeps popping here and there every now and then. And that is some apps, I'm not telling all the apps, but some apps have this blurry text appearance. Now I don't know why, but I have updated the drivers multiple times, but the problem is still not resolved. But overall, it's a nice display. You won't complain about that. The keyboard is also good. The keys are well spaced, they have backlighting and great button mechanics, and overall the typing experience on this is really good. One thing to note here is that the position of the arrow keys is kind of confusing and you end up pressing one button instead of the other, especially while you're working in spreadsheets and stuff. The other part is because this is a gray keyboard and when the light falls on it directly, it is very hard to distinguish between the keys. Now the trackpad, it is small but it has great tracking. I mean, I don't know what Windows Precision drivers exactly are, but it has great tracking experience and all the Windows gestures that I use work pretty well on this. No complaints from trackpad here. The fingerprint scanner is in the right position and supports Windows Hello, but it works like 85 to 90% of times. Now, of course, this is a 2-in-1 PC, so you flip the device and it converts into a tablet mode. And this size of the tablet is what I would call a very comfortable size, although it is a bit heavy. But the thing here is to know that the screen itself is like a huge fingerprint magnet, so smudges and all are very common here. The pen is also good and supports 2048 levels of pressure. Now here's the thing, if you're buying the X360 version of the Pavilion, use the tablet mode. I've seen people just buying the tablet mode and using it very occasionally. That is not the thing. You should use it if you're buying it. So that's it. This is a really nice computer for a lot of people at the end of the day, but you can't go wrong with the entire series. Overall, a nice package from HP, and if you want to buy this, I'll put a link right below that like button for you to buy it. And that's been it. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thumbs and subs if you did, and share this video with at least 3 of your friends. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.